pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody sign the warrants?
Yes.
What's your pleasure on the minutes of last meeting, December 5th?
Well, technically, I have a typo, it should be December 2nd.
Well, the
Okay.
minutes are correct.
Yes, just
Okay.
the agenda's
The
wrong.
agenda's wrong. But I'll make a motion, we accept the meeting minutes as read from December.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
In favor.
In favor?
In favor. Fourteen,
50. Any adjustments to the agenda? Yes. Joelle has a packet here for you guys, she's looking for your approval, so she can proceed with this. Here's yours and Dave's copy. Mandy, I gave for hers already.
No, the whole thing stays here.
Yeah. So we can do that at the end, yeah, it's whole one packet, I think, yeah. So we have to add that.
You got one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what threw me off.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
I took mine early.
That's, don't mind me. Any announcements?
No,
If not, no. Public comment? I'd say no at this point in time.
guess not.
No public hearings or possible action, right?
Nope.
Items to discuss, approved minutes, minimum wage, what is it, 15,
15.10
15.10?
will be the new minimum wage. I thought that was the minimum wage last time.
I think it was $15, wasn't it?
$14.65.
$14.65, okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minimum wage for year 26.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor?
In favor.
Because even if we're not in favor,
Right.
we're gonna be in favor.
We make it sound good.
Approve the 6-month schedule, which always is subject to change.
Correct. I know. Scary when you write it out.
I know, goes all the way to June.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your pleasure on
Dave's looking.
Let me just get to that page. Okay. I don't have a
So I'll make a motion, we accept the 6-month meeting schedule as written.
problem. I'll second that.
All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor?
In favor. Sign the DOT ledge culvert replacement agreement. I don't know why they even have to have us sign it, it's on state road
I
anyway,
know,
right?
yeah, it is. That's just a formality, I guess, so they want us to approve it in case there's any
I
issues.
guess that's probably what we should do. but-
Yeah. I kept reading it.
No, it doesn't even tell us where it is exactly that I
No,
can
it's
see.
by Heather Vales. I mean, it's the one, I think it's the big culvert just beyond Heather's.
That big, they just paved the road this year,
Of course,
right?
yeah, yeah. I don't think it's the bridge, it's not the bridge, it's the big culvert,
Yeah,
right?
says culvert,
Yeah. So it's gotta be that culvert by Heather's, that concrete one there.
yeah.
So.
I guess when you read it, it looks like they just wanna talk to us about.
It's kind of like a blanket coverage, but that's their road anyway.
Yeah,
Right, well, I mean, yeah, it's their road, but
The-
it talks about like overweight vehicles.
yeah,
Which they control, well,
Yeah.
yeah, they control that
They
anyway.
control
So,
yeah, they know.
I was very confused.
Well,
we
in
should
some
try that,
cases,
didn't
probably
we?
you
Yes.
have to cross a town road to get to a state road.
Yeah.
Will I make a motion that we sign the Department of Transportation large culvert replacement paper, whatever we're calling this,
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor?
in favor.
In favor?
In favor. You gonna put a date on this too?
Yeah.
No, there's not a spot for one. Spray out the side.
Yeah.
Update on comprehensive plan.
Did you wanna do that, Mandy?
Oh, sure. So, now that the government is back open, Erica got a whole bunch more information. And we got all the results from the survey. So that was pretty interesting. She was pretty impressed by the amount of responses that we had. Jason Ahern put it into Chat GPT to get a nice summary. So that was good, and Erica's been working on sending us another chapter. So we are plugging away.
Can we get that information?
You can come to a meeting.
Join the committee. Yes.
I'm
I walked
sure.
right into that.
Yep. You can get the 700
You can see her right
emails
there.
and come to the meeting.
It's a lot of emails.
Oh,
A lot of attachments of
Yeah.
Yeah.
lots of pages.
I mean, if you want part of the, I mean, we could print off the part of the summary.
Yeah, we can do that summary. It's,
Yeah.
I mean,
I would just like that.
yeah,
Just
no,
to
it's kind of
Stand down
neat,
through the
yeah.
comments, that's all,
Yeah.
and see what, you know,
Yeah,
would
Yeah.
that be possible, is that?
yeah, I think that will,
The summary,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, the other part is like 48 pages or
Oh,
something.
Yeah, yeah. The summary is,
Yeah.
is pretty good. I mean, I've never used ChatGPT
I
before,
haven't.
but, everyone talks about it, and it was, pretty smart of him to put that in there, cause it did come up with a very good summary.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was, and it was easy to read,
Yeah,
like, you know, cause it pulls out the numbers and the points and the things. It was
Yeah.
pretty impressive. So, we're making progress, but it is going to be a
long.
very long process.
Yeah.
Yes. But thank God we have Erica,
Yeah,
or it would be
longer.
extremely long process.
Yeah,
So, yeah. But yeah, so plugging away at it. Nothing huge right now other than
no, we did
those
some
results.
of the population things.
Population.
What's the next one? Demographic, something else, what's the next one?
I can't remember what she
She
said.
said,
I know, there's a lot of emails,
Yeah,
a lot of emails. But I try not to reply to them, make more, but. Yeah, a lot of population demographics. She's waiting on Sunday River. see if they
Yeah.
I
can.
don't know how they're gonna get a population there.
Well, it's not really about population, but like jobs and employees, and
Yeah.
they kinda had it broken down a little
Yeah, what, the
strange.
second or third largest employer in the county.
Yeah, so, but they had it separated into like the different restaurants and then the hotels, and
Oh, okay.
that's kinda not what we were looking for. We're looking for like winter season, summer season, you know, cause that's kinda the two big things. But, so she was working on that with some people up at the mountain, but they had to get approval to send the information over, cause, you know, Sunday River's a big secret. So, that's where we stand on that.
UDRO for 26.
Do they have a copy of the timeline?
So, oh, shoot, no, I didn't do that part,
Okay,
but I figured we'd get through this part.
all right. Well, the timeline's probably more important.
Well, true. You know, Ted. No, I don't-
You will have a timeline.
Right.
That's only a single page, as opposed to
Amy's gonna get one.
4 pages.
Yeah,
That I've,
Chad gave you this copy.
I got this one.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah. The timeline is more informative for you at this moment, but it does show the steps that have to be achieved in order to get this to town meeting in May. And in order to do that, the planning board will be having a public hearing on the proposed changes on January 7th.
And those January
And that's just for the planning board, doesn't involve, although you're welcome to come if you like, but it's more to get, make it available to the stakeholders such as Mainland and Sunday River and any other developers that are interested in what we're contemplating to put in their 2 cents. The planning board needs to get the timeline, or needs to get the draft UDRO out to you at the beginning of February, so that you can okay it to go to legal for review. And then it gives the month of February to Perkins Thompson to review the changes. It comes back, and we had the month of March for the planning board to massage anything that Perkins Thompson commented on. And basically, in the beginning of April, the select board needs to verify the final draft, or certify the final draft, at which point then it can go on the warrant if you so choose, and also there'll be a second public hearing that the select board sponsors, because it's a change in an ordinance and has zoning in it. And at that point, that second public hearing is more just a presentation to the town so that you can avoid some questions at town meeting. Great concept.
Great in theory.
Yeah.
Great in theory, in practicality.
Yeah.
You're
We
still
know
gonna
how
get the
that goes.
questions
Yeah.
at town meeting. The second sheet, which is the 4 pages, is a summary, and I apologize, there's some pretty glaring typos there in the first paragraph. Can't even get my own ordinance name correct. Is a summary of the different things that are affecting the ordinance, all the way from self-induced, such as restructuring it, to answering the 3 new laws that were enacted by the state legislature last year that affect us in either parking or density or other things, and how I'm proposing to go about taking it. So it's more of an information for you people at this point. But the timeline is probably what I'd like you to pay more attention to, just so that you see we don't have a lot of wiggle room in order to
Right.
get this through.
And we did ask Katsifikas if he thought repeal and replace was a good way to go before we got too far into this, and, yeah, because there's so many changes by moving the definitions and then all the changes that we have to make anyway, because of the new laws.
I
Yes.
I was thinking more about this parking thing, and I just wondered if there was I guess you'd call it a loophole. If we required them to have parking for emergency vehicles, that would be not necessarily, we call it that, but they could use it for whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you want the, no, I won't say.
Well, it's-
I won't say.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be loud.
The, in that section, there are two approaches. One is, the parking itself, we have no choices. We have to drop down all our different parking requirements to one parking space per dwelling unit. And there's no working around that.
okay.
Now, I'm developing a second part to that, which right now the UDRO does not really address access for first responder vehicles and fire lanes. And I have looked into the applicable sections or subsections in the NFPA that deal with access for fire department. And I have
Emergency vehicles.
emergency vehicles. Well, actually, the NFPA just says fire
Yeah, I
department.
know,
because
because that's all they can take.
that's their life. But yes, emergency, first responder vehicles.
Yeah,
And I will be approaching the planning board with creating yet another section that deals with access for first responder vehicles in fire lanes. And actually defining what needs to be done if you're gonna have a multi-unit development such as Brookside or something, you know, as to fire access, how it needs to be, how close it has to get to the building, what the access has to be. So I'm working on that. And actually, it only came out to be 2 pages long, but it's basically following the standards recommended by the NFPA.
well, I was just wondering if that was, you know somebody's gonna park there, even if it's an emergency.
Pragmatically, what will happen when you cut down a large condominium to one spot per dwelling unit is any available paved surface or even unpaved surface will become parking. But that's not,
Yeah, I know. I was just, I kept thinking about that, and I wondered if there was some kind of a way we could do that, because even if, we know if it's gonna be an emergency park, somebody's gonna park there anyway, but just to
you know,
give us more parking spaces,
you know,
yeah.
the developer can go in and put in the fire lane access and all that, mark it appropriately, but without a town constable
Yeah, I know.
to go,
You can't enforce it.
you can't, to enforce it. The sheriff is, it's gonna be so low on their priority list, with a volunteer fire department, you're not gonna get the fire chief up there
Yeah.
unless he's in turnout gear and responding to an alarm, so.
Okay. I was just wondering if there was ways we could,
You just gotta be pragmatic and know what's gonna happen when you require the fire lanes, that's all. But that's what's happening. And then again, I say the timeline is probably, should be more of interest, although certainly please, if you're interested in what the nitty-gritty of what we're going to go through, or if you'd like to come to one of our planning board meetings, we'll be happy to have you.
I got a question. These new state standards, they must have had to go to public comment.
I'm sure they went through they became public law last July, so I'm sure they went through the standard procedure, which I'm not well versed in what Augusta does to make something a law, but I'm sure there was a public comment on it.
So, Sonny, you ever never addressed any of this during that time, or
Not that
now that they,
I'm not, I don't know.
Well, Sunny River doesn't really have anything to do with any of the condos or anything in most cases.
right, no, that's true, but,
The,
They
The
may not even know
associations.
about it.
Right, they may
They
not
probably
even know.
They probably didn't even know.
You know how many
because
laws
this-
go into?
The state does a lot of stuff
it's
without. a
it's
lot
not
of-
retroactive, so if you're already in existence, these new laws don't touch you. It's going forward, future developments. So should the, what was that condo up there at the top of North Peak, the North Peak condominium project that Sunny River put forth 10 years ago and then withdrew, if that was to come forward again and they wanted to build that condominium up there at the top at the end of the skiway by North Peak condominiums, then,
They would have to follow all these new.
well, they would benefit in that they would only have to apply, give them one parking space. But, man, oh man, I don't see
Well,
the
it's kind of
customers
just
being
bad
very.
for business.
Yeah, they would definitely at least give them two, maybe a little bit more. But it really comes more towards any future development. So if you have another condominium project that comes, that wants to do this, or if you have if we get a commercial site application that somebody wants to come in and do a five store commercial site with dwelling units attached to it, or above it, or below it, then these laws come into effect on that. The last law there, 1826, is going to affect us the most, well, besides the parking, in that you can no longer maximize or set a limit of how many dwelling units you can put on a lot. It overrides that, so you can have a half-acre lot, and by state law, you can put 4 dwelling units on it. So that's gonna affect our density limitations that we had, say, in the general development district, where, minimum lot size is an acre, now it's gonna have to be 20,000 square feet, type of affair there, so. It could potentially, if we had a massive building rush in here, we could end up with, very, very tight, housing.
Downtown Portland Park.
Well, not as bad as downtown Portland, but it could certainly be as tight as Red House Farm Village in,
Yeah.
without the dedicated common area that they had to provide in order to get that density.
so this should discourage developing, I would think, in the future, having one vehicle per unit.
Well, it's not a limit, it's the minimum,
It's
it's
a
the
minimum.
maximum, it's the maximum.
Maximum.
It's the maximum, and with the reduction in density, where perhaps a lot could only, currently, sustain 10 units, now you might have to be able to put 15 units in there. So it's
Okay.
gonna pack things in. So with being the real estate market that we have and the second homes and vacation rentals and whatnot, I don't see it having a big impact, but we still have to correct for it. And there are some property owners, more in the single dwelling ones, who are really latching on to the accessory dwelling unit provision, and which allows them to put additional accessory dwelling units on their property, and we can't say anything about it, type of thing. We'll see. Right now, just my own personal observation, the vacation rental property is kind of in a dip, but that's just my impression from driving around and seeing what the activity levels are. That may not be true, I don't know.
Well, there's definitely not a lot of people here right now.
No. But that's normal for this time, right?
Next week will change that.
after that,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the next 2-3 weeks, yeah.
in January, February. I'm waiting to see, just, all the standard rental units that you can use for a gauge of how well the area is doing. That will be the good unofficial
I know.
guide.
On this side of town, there's quite a few second homes, and usually if I know it's gonna snow, we'll kinda ride around and see how many people are here. And some of them I can skip, where I have to plow it first thing, if nobody's there, then we skip it and come back to it. And then some of them, you got 5 cars and no place to push the snow.
But it's ironic, because I really wanted to increase the parking requirements for multi-unit dwellings to 1 per bedroom.
Right.
And this, which would make sense, because most of those people are, at some point or another, are in the rental pool, and you have a 4-bedroom condominium unit, that very well could be rented out to a group of 4 different couples that all come in 4 cars,
Yeah.
Which is what they
but,
usually do.
but the state kind of beat me to it.
Yeah.
State's going the wrong way.
Yeah, well, the affordable housing, well, that's the other one is, and we're gonna have to address that in the UDRO, even though you're saying affordable housing projects and development in Newry is kind of, but we probably need to get that into the UDRO just so that it's there and we satisfy the state that if we have a developer that wants to come in and build a qualified affordable housing development, the pathway is charted for them.
What I've always said with the group there, when basically the set 44 group of town officials meet, why would anybody be renting a place out for $1,500 a month when they could get $3,500 a month?
Exactly.
Again, pragmatically, if you look at the land valuations that are going sky high in this town, and people want to maximize their profit, which way are they gonna go?
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I've said, but there's a group there that says, oh, we gotta have it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying we don't have to have it, but where's it gonna come from, you know?
It's gonna, the affordable housing section in the UDRO will be just like cluster development and those other kind of sections which are used once in a blue moon. And otherwise, they just make the document that look that more impressive by making it bigger.
Yeah. Okay. Are we done with this now?
If you are,
Well,
I can talk all night, but you probably don't want to listen about it.
No offense, but not really.
Again, just please, just look over the timeline, and there are a couple of things that are select board responsibility that you will be asked to carry out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh,
So we're gonna do,
Code officers report, which,
Well, we gotta do Joelle's addition.
our additional one.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's go.
This one, yeah.
You wanna read that front page?
Read that.
Which one's it?
Please have the select board vote on giving me permission to issue a stop work order per the UDRO section 6, see highlighted handouts. And if violations are not remediated within 30 days of that notice, fines and fees shall be imposed back to the first notice date, and the town attorney brought on board to help with compliance with Newry's UDRO ordinance. So, the highlighted section, the code enforcement officer will be the inspecting official. Owner responsible for off-site sedimentation. Whenever sedimentation is caused by stripping vegetation, regrading, or other development, it shall be the responsibility of the owner to remove sediment from all adjoining surfaces, intermittent drainage systems, and to repair any drainage at his expense. Failure to do so within 2 weeks after official notification by the planning board or the code enforcement officer shall be considered a violation of this ordinance.
Just wonder if that should say, I know they get the owner, but also the contractor, because sometimes you might have the owner in New Jersey, he only comes up once.
Well,
every
it's
so
still the
often.
owner's
It's still the owner's
responsibility.
responsibility.
Yeah, it's,
Still
I mean, it's up to him to pay his contractor to,
In
be
this case,
professional
the
and legal.
developer is W.H.A.T.
and then talks about legal actions and fines, but I don't need to read that, correct?
No. We've kind of been in that before, but
So, and then in her also numerous attachments,
Yeah.
The pictures of what went on.
dated on November 5th, on Monkey Brook Road, map R13, lot 13D-001. Just for the record, apparently the retaining ponds have sustained some storm-related damage and overflowed and caused some erosion onto a neighboring property. And it looks like they have
Ignored.
done nothing. Because the photos. Look a mess.
So she's written 3 letters.
And she resent that one.
Yeah.
She's, yeah.
I have 2 dated the 24th, is that,
Because it says in the upper right hand corner that she resent it again on
Okay.
12/4.
just making sure I didn't
I thought that
snag
too.
one
I
of
was like-
someone else's.
She resent.
So, 4 notifications,
where,
4 cases of being ignored, is that
That's correct.
correct?
Yeah.
just a question. That drainage, is some of that coming from the road, or is it coming from
My understanding is coming from the,
lot?
Lot,
Okay.
yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
just wondered because sometimes the water runs off the road and goes down the
Right.
ditch, and then the ditch becomes the
The
problem.
road is the low point on that, that's like,
Okay.
Well, I gotta say, if I was the neighbor, I would be a little irritated,
exactly,
so.
and it's us for, this is part of the reason she doesn't want to be a.
Right, she doesn't wanna be the
No, more
inspector,
third
yeah.
party inspector.
Yeah, and I don't blame her, cause it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I make a motion that we give code enforcement officer permission to issue a stop work order for this project.
Did we, was this, an out-of-state owner? Do we know?
Yeah, he's out of state, but.
the LLC is
It's-
an in-state LLC,
Right.
but the principals are out of state.
And they've been,
They've all been notified 4 times.
4 times?
Four times.
Yeah, here's a copy of the notifications.
I'll second her motion.
Okay, all those in favor?
In favor.
In favor?
In favor.
So, yes, we need you to sign something, so.
It worked.
Alrighty.
Any board or committee comments?
Just in case I don't see you all, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank
Do
you.
you? Code officers report we just did.
Yep.
Deputy clerk's report.
Whew. Okay, Grange Hall cleanup continues. but it's coming along good. I just have to wait for my headlamp I'm gonna get for Christmas so I can see. It's kinda dark out there in places, and I had to get another extension cord because my 100-footer was not reaching where I needed to be. We have had more people ask about the chairs, but we're still like
Nobody's-
55 into this.
Nobody's come to get any?
Well, we've sold 10.
We're still 55 in.
Yeah,
But we're trying.
It says $20 out there on the.
Yeah.
It's 10, it's holiday
Oh,
sale.
yeah.
yeah, it's in there,
You
but,
could-
yeah.
Free gifts, we'll make a Facebook.
Yeah,
post. Please make.
I know, I wanna tell everybody who comes in, like these people, and they'll be like, do you have a public bathroom? I'm gonna be like, you gotta buy a chair first.
You gotta put a picture on the webpage.
We don't have it on.
I don't have it on the webpage.
We've got it on
I've done it on the Facebook
Facebook
page a
page,
few
yeah.
times. So
I
we're
guess
still
if worse
trying
comes
that.
to worse, we could say all Newry residents come get a free
Free
chair.
You gotta go to town
Yeah.
meeting,
Yeah.
town meeting, take a chair with you.
Yeah, take it with you when you leave, thank
Yeah.
you for coming, here's
Yeah.
your parting gift.
So dogs still need to be registered by the end of January to avoid the $25 late fee, but people that had that last year, they kinda showed up. A lot of those people that didn't like that $25 late fee, so they've come in. Tax payments are starting to come for the second half, cause people like to get that last minute in for their taxes. And
That's it for you.
Town administrators report.
Well, we got this nice letter from MEMA on November 26th.
Is this a sarcastic nice letter? Or?
Yeah, it's a really nice letter from the storm of October 31 to November 1st, 2017. They've been reviewing their stuff, and we are gonna get a payment of $439.12.
There,
So I'm like,
put
whoa.
that right in our road fund.
Yep.
Watch it make it down.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
so we're getting that. Trying to work on budget, found out that our trail program isn't loving me and how it used to work, so been on with the auditor and Trio today to try to straighten that up.
Did you get it straightened out? or-
No, yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of
You're
manual
working on it,
stuff.
huh?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a quick fix.
In progress.
Yes, in progress. So, and I would like to ask permission to buy the office crew lunch on Wednesday for Christmas.
We do that every year.
Yes, I do that.
So I say, I vote yes.
Sure,
All those in favor?
In favor.
in favor.
In favor.
Thank you.
Have a good meal.
Where are you getting lunch from?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll come.
It'll be, I don't know. I let them pick, I just go wherever. So, that's about all I have. We've had a couple people interested in being the alternate on planning board. Two of them, I think, are supposed to come Wednesday.
Well, yeah, one or two, I guess.
Yeah, two, I think.
I had somebody else ask today too.
Yeah,
At least people are interested.
yeah, they're asking, so.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
That's more than we've had back along.
yes, it is, so. And, we close at noon the day before Christmas, like always. And what else? Anything else? I can't think of anything else.
Are you still looking for a part-time help,
Maintenance guy?
maintenance guy or whatever? you-
Yeah, I just haven't pushed it yet, cause I
Yeah.
figured I'd wait for budget time and stuff to
All right.
talk about that, but yeah. Cause I think we gotta have in the electrical room in the Grange Hall, I think the insulation's gotta be put back up and all that, cause it's a disaster, and Amy doesn't go there, or she can help it, and I don't blame her.
I cleaned out the stuff that was in there. I
Yeah,
haven't got to that room.
yeah,
There's a light in there though.
yes, there is a light in there, yeah, so, cause the insulation was just kinda
It's falling down. from
tacked
the
up there,
ceiling.
and it was never covered. That was done years and years and years ago.
Now it's hanging.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hanging.
Yeah.
Well, you get nice lights like our
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah, that's good. Next meeting is January 6th, so wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll probably see you all anyway, but
Likewise.
that's all she wrote.
Delightful, I make a motion, we adjourn at 5:39.
Second,
All those in favor?
In favor.
in favor?
In favor.
And the fire, yes, I do. Fire department's having their meeting over there, and Joelle requested that we go over and say Merry Christmas to the crew if you want to. If you don't, that's fine too.
Get over here,
Yeah,
right here.
yeah, right next to it.
Who's that?
Fire department, right.
Fire department, when?
Right
Now?
now.
Oh, right now.
I was gonna say their meeting don't start till 6, but they may be there.
Well, I've seen cars come in.
No, I think they start at 5:30.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah.
Ted, you didn't comment on my calendar on the webpage. Did you see the new calendar?
No, I did not.
Come on, I've been waiting 2 weeks. I like, Ted hasn't said anything.
Well, I'm sorry, I had my head
It's
down,
not
sorry.
upcoming events anymore.